Oh. Phew. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, shit. Holy shit. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Gorlitz High Performance Garage channel. It's Friday fucking night. And, yeah, it's snowing. Again. It's supposed to be a significant winter storm from tonight, right now, which is, I don't know, almost 9 o'clock Eastern time, until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. They were saying 6 to 10 inches, and then it was 6 to 8 inches. I don't fucking know. They don't know either. They're just guessing because they fired all the meteorologists, like I said before. Just got done eating my dinner and thought I'd come over here and lift some weights. Did a little workout because I'm an old fucking man. I don't need to work out as long as what I used to. When I was younger, I used to work out for like an hour each day, except for Sundays. I would work out because the job I had at the time was had a gym in there, and me and my wife rode to work together. I would start at 6 a.m. She didn't start till 8. And then when it was time for me to get off at 2:30, I still had to wait for 2 hours. So I would go in the gym, I would work out, and then I would walk around the building after I was done. But those were the days I was a factory worker. Those were the days when I stood on my feet for 10 hours a day, pretty much. But if it didn't feel like walking, I'd go to the car, lay the seat back, and I'd take me a small little snooze. And then when she came over and opened up the door, I'd pull my seat up and we'd go home. I liked that lifestyle back then. That was all right. I didn't make a lot of money, but at the time, everything didn't cost so fucking much. I was making $11 and something. $11.25 or $11.50, something like that. And I had only been there for 5 years at the time. I went from starting at, what was it, $7.50 is what they started me at, $7.50 an hour. And I worked my way to $11 an hour, $11.50 an hour. They were pretty generous with the raises. It was like every 6 months I was getting a raise. Then the 08, the bullshit, the recession, really bad recession. For me, it was a depression because I was fucking poor. Gasoline prices shot to the fucking, well, they was over $2 a gallon. And whenever you're paying just barely over $1 a gallon for your gas, and then all of a sudden it's up over $2 overnight, tends to put a monkey wrench in your life. And groceries went up. From all that stuff, it never came back down until Trump got in office. Then it came back down under $2 and things started getting cheap again. But then, asshole had to cheat the election, get in, and now look at it. Back then when I worked in that factory, $65 bought me a week and a half worth of groceries back then. And that was meat, vegetables, snacks, whatever the fuck I wanted. Because when I was working out back then, I could eat whatever the fuck I wanted to. It didn't matter. And I would eat like twice a day back then. Of course, because that's what I was used to. I would eat my lunch. I'd never eat breakfast. I would eat my lunch. And then when we got home, we would eat dinner. And that's what I did. That was my routine. And I weighed like 300 pounds back then. I actually got down to 300 pounds. We did the Atkins diet and used to go hit those Chinese buffets and eat all the meat and seafood off them. Boy, those Chinese people got pissed. Well, they get fucking mad when you go in there and eat all their fucking meat off the goddamn buffet. But on that Atkins thing, I could eat just as much meat as I could fucking possibly swallow, possibly get into me. And it just runs, after you get home, it just runs straight through you anyway. So, no carbohydrates, no sugar, no nothing like that. So, we're going to, since I'm older, my metabolism's on basically DOA. I'm going to try to spark it up. I'm going to just lift every single day. I'm going to do this for a while and see what happens. We're going to see if we can get it back up, see if we can recover it. And I read up on some things about castor oil. I know castor oil makes you shit, but I'm not going to be ingesting it. I'm going to be rubbing it on problem areas of my body. I forget which kind of castor oil. They make a couple different kinds. I forget which kind it is, but it claims it has all these benefits for hair, skin, and nails, and thyroid health, and it helps you burn fat in those problem areas. So they say, well, we're going to try it and see what the fuck happens. Because I have some big time fucking problem areas. It's pretty much all of this is a fucking problem area. So we're going to see what happens with this. I'm going to give it a try. See what the fuck happens. I'm only eating once a day. There is a day or two that I come home and I just kind of shove something in my mouth to hold myself over till get done doing dinner or making it. And that's a problem. So I'm going to have to try and see how much willpower I got. Because I'm not really addicted to anything. I don't like being addicted to any kind of pain pills or any tobacco products, or I don't even hardly drink anymore. It is nice to have a beer once in a while, but I take some testosterone supplements, and if you drink alcohol on top of those, you just kill them. So it's kind of, it's a real game changer when you start taking stuff like that. And I don't take those pills every day. Because when you have it in your system, because when you sweat, you smell like that supplement. And when I sweat, it really stinks. It smells like that supplement, like I don't know, like it's I got too much of it in my system or something. But you really know when you have too many supplements, like vitamin supplements in your body, when you go take a piss and it looks like it could glow in the dark, you need to cut back a little bit. But anyway, sitting over here working out, watching Sam Space 81 on YouTube. He does a lot of them car shows. That fucking guy, he is all over the place. I envy that guy so bad. He just goes all over the country hitting these car shows. He's out in California. He's down in Texas. He's up in Colorado, Indiana, up in Maine, down in Florida. He's all over the place. This guy can really get the fucking footage now, and he really has some nice footage and puts together some really nice shit. So if you ever want to see some real good car shows, sometimes the music he plays on there I don't care for, but the fucking cars and shit that he's got on there are just fucking spectacular fucking works of art on there. I'm watching one of them right now, and there are some very, very awesome fucking cars on there. He's got so many of them videos on there, and they're hours long, like 3 hours long and shit. A lot of times when I'm going to bed, I'll click on YouTube, and I'll play one of his videos and watch it for a little bit, and I'll doze off, go to sleep. But my cable box kicks off at 3 in the morning, usually. And it reboots itself, and then it comes back on, and the TV is always stuck on whatever channel I had it on the satellite last, because YouTube doesn't kick back on its own. So, but anyway, I figured I'd give you a little bit different cold start on the Chevelle this time. Has been started for, well, since last time I started it. Whatever last video I have of the Chevelle cold start, that's when the last time it started. So about a week ago, maybe a little more, a little longer. From sitting around and stuff, I gotta clear it out when I go to shut it off, because if you don't, it'll foul the plugs. But I got a set of them E3 spark plugs in there. And I'm telling you, if you want a really good set of spark plugs that are nice and hot burning, get some E3 spark plugs. Find out your application and get them fuckers. They are fucking awesome. As the old folks would say, they're the bee's knees. Get them. Put them in every fucking thing you got. 'Cause they are very dependable. They're nice and hot burning. They won't hurt a damn thing. Ain't going to burn no holes in no pistons. They're very good plugs. They have a wide area there where they throw lots of spark. They have that little thing on top that kind of looks like an E or an 3 or whatever it is, and it just shoots multiple streams of spark there, and it's nice and hot. Burns all that fuel efficiently, gives you a little bit of mileage. Of course, on my old stuff, I'm not looking for mileage. I'm looking for spark efficiency is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the hot spark and whatever's going to burn that fuel and give me the most power I can possibly get for my ignition system. So, everybody, of course, you know, the crazy ass bullshit that's going on in the world, in our fucking world these days. It's, lunacy and very, very strange. And, I like how, the Democrats are, really trying to cover Biden's ass on him being a fucking, old fucking senile old fogey. He can't even remember when he was vice president. He doesn't even remember having classified documents at his house. But yet, he's running our country. Or so we think he is. I don't think he is. He clearly isn't. He is clearly the puppet. Barack Obama has his hand up Joe Biden's ass, operating his fucking mouth. So, I am kind of with a lot of these other people. I think that there's going to be a change. Come this summer, I think they're just going to kind of pull him out. And they're just going to shove somebody else in his spot. And I hear that the possibilities are Camel Toe Harris could be jumping up a spot. Which, you know, that would be the rule. You know, your vice president. If your president resigns, your vice president has to take the spot. And if they would resign too, then the Speaker of the House gets the spot. Now, I would say they're going to cheat like they did the election, and they're going to turn around and put somebody else in there so they don't have to go down the chain of command. Because nobody's going to vote for Camel Toe. I can tell you that right now. Nobody's going to vote for her because she was put in there because of her diverse background as who she is other than what she knows. She pretty much blew herself. She blew her way to the top, didn't blow herself. She pretty well blew her way to the top, and I mean that, and not working because of her credentials, because she doesn't have any. Well, she has credentials in sucking dick. That's about it, and licking balls, probably. But anyhow, and cackling like a fucking hyena. Then we have possibility of Hillary Clinton stepping in. I heard that the other day. I don't know how true that is. But they said that they would probably try to slip her in there as well. That's an option. Or Obama's man toy Mike. Might be putting old Mike Obama in that spot. I've heard Alex Jones say this, Ted Nugent say this, and Tucker Carlson say these same things. Yeah, that fucking Alex Jones said that too, and a lot of the stuff he's been saying has been correct. I mean, some of the stuff hasn't been. I mean, it's him being wrong is very few and far between of him being wrong. But him being right is way more spot on than what he is being wrong. So I would, when he says some shit, I kind of brace myself a little bit and watch for it, because a lot of times it's happening. He's been telling us about this shit back in the early 2000s, what's going on with this World Economic Forum and all these weird bastards. I didn't even know that existed, but that was started in 1971 by yours truly, Klaus Schwab, and he needs something done with him. He needs his head on a stick. But anyway, these people were talking about annihilating our way of life and killing off, 30 million people and, making the rest of us slaves. And they're going to start from the top and work their way down as far as age goes. And they'll stop till they get so many. And then, okay. And then it'll be one of those deals where the only ones that'll be left are these Gen Z fuckers. And a lot of them are off their fucking rockers. As long as they got TikTok and video games, it seems like they're okay. They're happy. And they can sit around and say what they are. They can do their pronoun bullshit all they fucking want to, but that is some crazy fucking outlandish fucking bullshit right there. That is so out of hand today, and this LGBTQ thing, it's so out of hand. It's so horrible and terrible, and people dressing up like dogs and going out in the fucking street, and we got perverts. The LGBTQ is a pack of perverts. They're all perverts running around in their underwear, putting on parades in the street and shaking their balls at children. This is insanity. This is fucking crazy shit. I don't know why you would let a spectacle like that happen. That is just crazy. But anyhow, one other alternative is Gavin Newsom from California. As far as that goes, I mean, I think Trump will have a battle on his hands if Mike Obama steps in. I think he'll still win, but I don't think he'll win by the huge margin. But you never know. I can't really say that for sure because I can't tell the future. I'm not a meteorologist. I can't tell the future. And Newsom, Camel Toe, and Hillary Clinton, those people are definitely going to lose if they step in and take the nomination for Democrats. They will definitely lose big time. They will definitely lose. It's a guarantee. So, anyway, everybody, my neck is sweating here. It's actually real nice and warm. I had my heater on, blasting for a little bit. And yes, it's nice and toasty in here for now. Plus, I got my Heritage sweatshirt on. But anyhow, everybody, I don't really have a lot for you. Unless my dad gets into something kind of cool this weekend. I really don't know what else to say or do or anything. I hope we don't get this huge amount of snow. It is snowing right now, as you saw. It is fucking snowing, and that sucks ass. But also, I want to tell you all to watch another good channel on YouTube is Primered is Best. This old feller, he buys square bodies and just kind of fixes them up around the edges where they're rough. They're like rough around the edge trucks. All square body Chevys. He's got, what the hell else has he got? I think it's I want to say 59 Chevy, 4-door, I believe. Very nice car. I think his father bought that car new. Something like that. But it's like a family heirloom type thing. And it's a very nice car too. So if you want to check out his channel too, he has some very good advice. He shows you what you can do with a lot of these trucks that are rough around the edges to kind of spruce them up. And if you're on a budget, he shows what you can do on a budget and what he does to create the patina or preserve the patina that's already there. He's pretty good at doing all this stuff. So you want to check out Primered is Best for that, and Sam Space 81. He's got a shitload of followers already, so I don't really need to help him or the Primered is Best guy. Don't need to help either of them. They have a pretty good channel. They're getting bigger all the time. And I want to thank everybody for trying to get me up there. My stuff is actually getting up there. A lot of my older stuff is getting watched, which I urge you to watch it. Watch as much of it as you can. A lot of it is not me running my mouth like I am right now. A lot of it is burnouts and drag racing and car shows. And there's a lot of good stuff on there. My 70 Chevy Chevelle burnout from 8 years ago is still #1 on my channel. And it gets, like, every 28 days, it gets like 15 or 16,000 views. It's crazy. People do like it, and some people troll it a little bit. But, you know, I take off the horrible comments. I take off the ones that I don't feel are necessary on there. If you don't have any constructive criticism for me, if you're just going to slur it, I will take it down. So anyway, everybody, have an excellent weekend, and stay warm, because it's supposed to be colder than a witch's titty, or I should say a whore's nightmare outside tomorrow night. It's supposed to be getting down in the teens, which I don't like that shit. But then it's supposed to warm up Sunday, so I don't know. And then next week, we're on a gradual warm up for the next 2 weeks. We're going to see spring-like temperatures, so they say. So this snow out here ain't going to last. But it's going to be a mud pit out here before it's all done with. So anyhow, I'm going to have to deal with a muddy German Shepherd every night. So everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to comment. Just don't forget to view it. You'll like it, I promise. All right, everybody. Have a good one.